Yeah, good evening all. Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Just online students, could you please confirm? Online students, could you please confirm once? Clear, right? Done. So in the last class, we are discussing about the data analytics program, and whoever has missed the last class, just for your understanding purpose. So data analyst means analyzing the data. So So data analyst, what exactly a data analyst will do is analyze the given data. So after the analysis, first they are going to analyze the data. From the analysis, they are going to finally infer. So they are going to develop the business. They are going to improve the business based on the analysis. So they are going to identify the drawbacks where they are having with respect to less amount of sales or less amount of transactions or something. And from that, they are going to develop their business. So majorly, once they analyze the data, they'll focus on the which areas they are having the low, means which areas they are having the with respect to less amount of analysis, less amount of sales or less amount of in terms of transactions. If it is financial, means transactions. If it is related to sales, means sales. If it is related to HR, means the people who are having with the poor rating. So they are going to separate them. So HR will observe the in the given data set how many people are having with the poor rating, how many of them are having with the average rating. Like this, they are going to observe. So analyze the given data or observe the given data, and from that how to develop the business is called as data analyst work. Okay, and they are going to develop the business now. So it is the business intelligence data. From the data analysis, we are going to develop the business, right? Now, as I have told you here in the previous class, so here what are the data we are going to receive, as what are the data we have received, from that we are going to analyze the data. Now, what are the steps involved? So first, let us see what are the steps involved in the project of data analyst. So which we call it as data analyst, data analyst project life cycle, data analyst project life cycle. Okay, what is meant by life cycle means step by step, the complete things. So first, what this data analyst will do means in this life cycle, first they are going to understand the business problem. First step is business problem understanding. Basically, from your end, it is a demo session, but it is the most important session, because here we are going to understand what exactly a data analyst will do, and the same thing we are going to implement in the projects. The same steps we are going to implement. So what is meant by business problem understanding? Business problem understanding means understanding the project requirements. Business problem is nothing but project requirement. What exactly the project requirement is? Project requirements. What exactly the client is looking for? Client means whoever has shared the project to us is called as client. Okay, what exactly the project requirements or client requirements, right? And generally it would be of analytical report. So they will be expecting from us the analytical report. What is the analytical report means? What are the list of observations we have made? Okay, so what are the list of observations we have made? Okay, that entire observations, the complete analysis, if you submit as a report, it is called as analytical report. Analytical report means the complete observations, the complete observations on the data, complete observations on data is called as analytical report. What are the observations you have made? Complete important observations. You may observe so many, but in that some of them will be important, some of them will be not be important. For example, in this class, I'm going to observe how many offline students are there. As of now, in front of me in the classroom, how many students are there? At the same time, how many online students are there? If I see in this, in terms of the number of participants, okay. So if I observe here the number of participants, total number of participants, how many number of participants are there? Means around 100 people are there. How many number of offline participants are there? Means around 30 people are there. So now if I compare this one, this is my observation. So at 7:30 p.m. batch, whenever we are having the 7:30 p.m., when compared to offline, online students would be more. Because of offline students, they'll find the difficulty for transport or what are the reason. But here our observation is in terms of during the 7:30 time, you'll have the more number of offline students. That is the observation, right? Now, at the same time, I'm going to observe in this class in front of me, how many has wear the white shirts, white color dress, whether it is boys or girls. How many has wear the white? How many has wear with respect to black? Whether it is important for me? No. This is also I'm observing. This is also observation, but unimportant observation. Observations will be multiple, but inside that only certain things will be important for our business purpose. Certain things are not important for our business purpose. Here, if the students wear white dress, means what is the problem? If they wear the black color dress, means what is the problem? Here, instead of that, if you observe the things in terms of less number of students in offline and more number of students are in online, then that is an important observation for improving the business. So if you want the more number of offline students, instead of 7:30, we have to go with the other time. That is important observation to develop the business in the Naresh IT. Point is clear. So many observations you may find, but in that some of them only will be important. So you are going to make the all the complete list of complete important observations which will improve the business. That is with respect to the data analyst work. And first step is business problem understanding. Now step number 2. What is the step number 2 is what are the data was given to us? Sir, your voice is getting low. Sir, could you guys, others, could you please confirm? Others, could you please confirm? Is my voice is clear? Okay, done. For everyone, it is clear, right? Loud and clear, right? Okay, done. Whoever the student is facing the issue, that is, could you re-log in once? Ayub Pasha, could you re-log in once? There might be problem from your end. Others are saying that it is very clear. For everyone, it is very clear. So could you please re-log in from your end? There might be some issue from your end. Okay, please re-log in. Done. So next one is called as, second step is called as data understanding. This is the step number 2. So what is meant by data understanding? This is one of the most important class, guys. 100% you have to write in the notes. If you are very seriously interested in data analyst role and data analysis course, means 100% today's class is one of the most important class. It is not like demo class to take into the students into the subject. That is not. This is our regular class only. To be more precise, it is more regular class. Okay. So data understanding. What is meant by data understanding? Data understanding means whatever the data was given to us, we are going to understand. Where the data will be there? In the database. So we are going to connect, either we are going to connect or we are going to load the data. We are going to load the data from database. If the data is in the database or if the data is in the cloud, if the data is in the cloud, or if the data is in the Excel or CSV files, some files will be there. So wherever the data is there, just we are trying to load the data. First we'll load the data. After loading the data, we will understand the data. What is meant by understanding the data means there will be column names. and we are going to understand each and every column name. Understanding the data. We are going to understand the data. And from there, we are going to do the data exploration. Data exploration. So here, what are the things? First one is we are trying to connect or load the data from the database. So before to this business problem understanding. In the business problem understanding, first we'll understand the client requirement or project requirements. Generally, the project requirement would be for data analyst role, it is going to be analytical report only. 99.99% of the cases, it will be analytical report. What are the observations you have observed? Mostly it would be the analytical report for data analyst role particularly. Is the point is clear? And from there, we are going to understand the data. For understanding the data, first we have to load the data. Once we are going to load the data will be in the database. So we are going to connect to the database. So once we connect to the database, after connecting to the database, we are going to get the data from the database. So how this connection will be given? In the company, they'll give you the local host address. IP address will be shared. Once you join in the company, they'll share the details. Okay. And once you have given the details, once you receive the details, okay, once you receive the details, 1 minute, as some of the students are saying voice is fluctuating continuously. Let me check. Okay. So once you connect to the database, you are going to load the data. So to interact with the database, so here one point to be noted is, here there is another role called as data engineer. What data engineers are going to do? Basically, they are going to collect the data from multiple sources. They are going to collect the data from multiple sources and store them They are going to store them in company's database. In the company's database or company's cloud. That is the work of data engineer. Before to you, first they will work. In a project, first they will work. They will collect the data. That is not our work. Data engineer role is different. Sir, are we going to collect the data from this one? Are we going to collect the data from the websites? All these things means no. Data engineer work is different. That work is not by data analyst. If data analyst will do data engineer role also means, then no need of separately data engineer roles. Everyone will be learning only data analysis or data analyst only. Okay, this is separate role. These people will collect the data from multiple sources and they'll store in the company's database. After storing the data, now we are going to communicate with the data. So the database communication means you are going to interact with the data which is in the database. For example, if the data is in the pen drive, how you are going to communicate with that data? Means you are going to connect the pen drive to USB and you are going to double click on the folder and you will open that one. That is called as communication. Okay. Or if the data is in the data hard disk, how you are going to communicate? Like something is there, na? Similarly, if the data is in the database, we can't double click on that or we can't open like that. It is not like that. So here we require some code. So to communicate with the database, to communicate with database. What is meant by communicate? To communicate with the database, we require a language. That language only is called as SQL. Structured query language. Sir, why SQL only we have to learn? Because data analyst always works on the structured data only. Structured data means which is in the tabular format. The data which is in the tabular format is called as structured data. And the data analyst always works only on the structured data. The entire data. Right? Now what is meant by communicate? Communicate means we are going to extract the data. If it is in the database, we are going to extract. or we are going to modify the data. What is meant by modify means we are going to add the new data into the database. We can delete or we can replace. These are all comes under modification. So within that database, for example, in a locker, okay, some locker is there. In the locker, inside that some files are there. What you are going to do is, for that step-by-step procedure will be there, right? In the banks, if any lockers are available, what is the process? First, you have to go to the bank, and there they'll be giving one some kind of form or something. There you have to sign, and they're going to verify, and then you are going to enter into the locker room, and your key and others key, they both are going to keep, and the locker will open. Like this, some procedure will be there, right? Same way here also. So within the database, data is there. So to extract the data or to modify the data, we require the SQL. So using the SQL, we are going to load the data. So to load the data, what we require? SQL. So from where our work will start? What is the first tool we are going to work in the real life in the company? Miss SQL is the first tool. That is the first tool which we are going to work. So using the SQL, first we'll connect the data. Now the data will be with us. After once the data is with us, for example, let us see like this. I'm going to open the Power BI, example purpose. Voice is still fluctuation. Suddenly it decreases and increases, sir. Uh, from my end, it is others are confirming it is very clear. Maybe one or two students are facing the issue. I don't know exactly. Let me check from my end also. Okay, done. Now this is in terms of Power BI. This is one of the tool. See here, there is an option called as Get Data, and clicking on the more. So these are the multiple options. Can you see? Excel workbook, okay, JSON file, and PDF files, okay, or SQL server, or IMDb, Oracle database, like this. So these many databases are there. These many are there. Are we going to I'm going to learn all of them? Miss, none of the person in the world will learn. If they start learning, if everything, what are the data storages we are having, if any person starts learning like that, means his lifetime will be learning everything only will be sufficient. We are going to learn what our company is using. Sir, for example, my company is using one, but I learn some other thing. So here example is, you are going to learn the MySQL. Okay, this is by Oracle company, assume. And your company is using the SQL server. That is the database name. These are the database names. Language is SQL only. This is the database names. Database names means different companies names. Language is same. Okay. Now, MySQL or SQL server or some other company is using with other database, like Google is having separate database. Like this we are having, assume. Now, if you learn one of them, to learn second one, how much time it will take, you know? Just 1 or 2 days of time. Maximum 1 or 2 days of time, because everything will be almost similar. For example, you are having in the Android mobile, okay, one of the companies in terms of Oppo. You are having the Oppo mobile, which is Android, and your friend is using in terms of some kind of Realme. Now, how much time it will take to understand your Realme mobile? Once you are familiar with Oppo, how much time it will take to understand that one? Maybe internally every option may not be same. In your in your mobile phone, in the screen, what are the apps are there, in what order you have kept your friend's mobile, the order will be different. Maybe in the front screen for you, the Google Chrome will be available. For your friends, in the second screen or the third screen, it will be available. You are going to scroll up and you are going to identify. How much time it will take for that? You are not familiar with that. First time you are seeing the Realme mobile also, how much time it will take? Or how much time it will take to open the camera and to understand their settings? Every mobile settings will be the same. Cameras options, what are the options are there? Everything will be the same. Either one or plus or minus one or two changes will be there. Na? To understand that one or two changes, how much time it will take? Point is clear? Similarly, one database if you learn, other database to learn, it will take maximum 1 or 2 days of time. Almost similarity will be there. Right? Now, for example, in your resume, you have written the MySQL. In the resume, you are going to write like this. But the company is going to use the SQL server. But still they have shortlisted you. By seeing your in your resume MySQL, and the company is basically assume my company only. My company is internally my company. We are using the SQL server. In your resume, you have written the MySQL. Still, I have shortlisted you. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning? I can't do the time pass now. Time pass interviews. Okay, today I'm having the free time, so let us call some students for the interview and do the time pass. I'm not having like that, right? None of the company will do like that, right? So they are calling you miss. They are shortlisting you for the interview miss. What is the meaning? Meaning miss, they are okay with the MySQL also. They are only feeling that this person is already having the good knowledge on MySQL miss. This person will not have much time to learn the SQL server. Is the point is clear? Like that, in the market, multiple tools are there. If a person is very strong in one of the tool, the second tool learning is very less time it will take. Very short time. Is the point is clear, guys? So here, I'm going to load the data which is in the MySQL. In my case, I'm having the data within the MySQL database. I'm going to click on this and click on the connect. So just once I click on the connect, it is asking the server. What is the server? So in my laptop, I'm having the MySQL basically. So what are the MySQL I'm having? It is in the local host. Local host means in my laptop it is available. If it is company's database, you are going to get the server details. What are the server details are there? This is in my local. See, can you see here the word local host? I'm going to mention the same thing here. Local host. After mentioning the local host, okay, local host means in my laptop, the database is available. And it is asking to which database I have to connect, because within this, here I'm having in terms of multiple databases. What are the databases I'm having miss? So these are the list of databases. These are the list of databases. To which database I have to connect? I have to connect to the database called as IMDB. That is the database name. So within this, there is a database name called as IMDB to connect to this database. So now I'm going to click on the OK and it is going to connect. And in that particular database, how many tables are there? Everything will be shown here. And I'm going to select the whichever the table I'm interested. Now I'm going to click on this. Do you know what is meant by first name, last name, gender, this one, all these things? So if you know miss, okay. If you don't know miss, you are going to understand each and every column name. First step is understanding the column name. That understanding the column name only is called as data understanding. Data understanding meaning is understanding each and every column name. If the column name is clear, then we'll understand the data, then we'll do the remaining things. Next, we are going to do the data exploration. What is meant by data exploration means inside the given data, what is there? Inside the values, what are the values? For example, they have given to me like this, age column. One of the column name is called as age column. Okay. Now in the age column, what is the minimum value? What is the maximum value? Okay. What are the numbers are there? I'm going to explore. Similarly, if a gender is there, in a gender, male will be there, female will be there. Only male and female. Internally, what is there? How I can know? Unless I open that. Unless I write the code and I extract the data. So for example, see here. If you are having the gender column like this, male, male, female. Okay, you are having like this along with the small male. Okay, total 4 values are there. Something like this are there. Now internally, only males are there, females are there. How you can know? So we are going to write the what are the unique values. We are going to write a code for unique values, and it will give the unique values. Then I'll understand here what are the unique values means. One is male, one is female, third one is male. Like this unique values are there. I know that these both comes under same category. Otherwise what happens? If I have to rename this one, I have to modify this one to caps lock MALE. If I don't rename, what happens means you are going to get a bar plot like this. So where males, how many males are there means 2. How many females are there? 1. How many small letter males are there? They are also 1. You are going to get like this. Each category on the x-axis. Because it is a wrong one. So this one and this one both are same. So I will consider this one as a wrong data and I will do the data cleaning. That is the next step. So we are going to explore the data. Explore the data means internally what are the values are there. What is meant by data exploration means internal values. What are the internal values? Focusing on the internal values of each column. Internal values of each column is called as data exploration. Understanding the data means understanding the meaning of each and every column. Understanding the meaning of each column is called as data understanding and data exploration. Once we explore the data, next step we are going to do is called as data preparation. The third step is called as data preparation. So in the data preparation, what we are going to do? First one called as data cleaning. What data cleaning you are going to do means any wrong data is there. We are going to replace the wrong data. Any duplicates are there. Any duplicate records are there. We are going to remove the duplicates. Any missing values are there. We are going to treat the missing values. Either we are going to remove them or we are going to replace them. Missing values. And we are going to drop the unimportant columns. We are going to drop or remove. Drop or remove the unimportant columns which are not important to us. For our analysis, these columns are not important. We are going to drop them. These are all comes under data cleaning. Okay. Once we do the data cleaning here, after the data cleaning, we are going to do the now analysis. First, we have to do the data cleaning. A properly clean data only will be used for analysis. Unclean data cannot be used for analysis. Now, what are the data was clean data is there now? That data I am going to use for that step number 4 is called as data analysis. Okay. Now, what is the step number 4? Next step is data analysis. Step number 4 is called as data analysis. Now, we are going to do the observations. What are the things we are going to observe? Sir, what exactly data analysis means? To be more simplified with you, data analysis means applying the logical questions on the data. Now, for example, this course is a good course or not? Whether this course is right for you or not. Along with this course, in the market, other courses are there. But when compared to that one, this one is correct or wrong. Whether this, what are the fees they are charging in Naresh IT, what are the course content and what are the things are there. In other institutes, what is the course content and what is the fees there. Comparisons. In whether data analyst role is having the jobs or not. Or after learning this course, after 4 months or 5 months, once we get the job, within the 2 years, again, these jobs will not be there. Yes or no? All these questions will be there now in your mind. For every question, one answer you are going to try to get now. First question will be there, for that answer. Question will be there, again answer. Question will be there, answer. Like that you are going to observe everything and finally one thing you are going to conclude now, that only is called as data analysis. Basically, every person is a data analyst by default, including my mother also. My mother is not a software engineer or data analyst separately. It is not a role. If she wants to purchase an item in the market, she will go to one shop. If the price is very high, miss, she will go to another shop. If she feels, because that is observation. Whatever the earlier she has purchased the items, based on that, she will feel that this item is very costly here and she will go to the another shop. Basically, what she is doing is called as data analysis only. Is the point is clear? Whether it is a good item or not, whether this item is suitable for me or not, if the executive will show multiple items. Every item will not be useful for us, right? Some items will be useful, some items will not be useful. Out of this is the best one we are going to choose finally. What we are going to do? Now you are going to go to a one showroom, dress showroom. You want to select one dress. You are going to see the multiple dress. You are going to finally select one. What you have done basically there? What you have done? Observation only, na? This is well suited for me or not. You have cross checked. This is getting fitted for me or not. You are going to check whether it is suited for me or not. What is the size? What is the cost? Whether this cost is right for this particular dress or not. And finally, you are taking the decision at the end. Data analysis basically. Okay. So now here also to choose this course, for choosing this course, and finally the day when you are going to pay the course fees, not till that you will have in your mind so many questions, and that one, this one, and finally you will take the decision, right? Whether you may join, you may not join, that is your individual choice. But what are the process you follow, na? That is called as data analysis. So what is meant by data analysis means applying some kind of questions. Applying questions, and from the each questions you are going to get the answers. And what are the answers is there? From that, what is the observations you are going to make? So you have to get a question whether this course is a right course for me or not. You have to get that question, and from that question you have to get the answer. Then only more business will be done. What is your business? Choosing a right course for your career. That is your business. That is your requirement. Business means nothing but requirement, to be more simplified. What is your requirement exactly means you have to choose a right one for your career. For example, if you have chosen a wrong one, what happens? Either two things will happen. One, for example, you have chosen a wrong one, a wrong course. Then initially time will be wasted, the entire course time. For example, you have one of your friend is going to suggest that, array, in the market, web development is very high and more number of people are getting the jobs. So you learn the UI technologies, front-end development, so easily you can get the job. Okay. Getting the job quickly is important, or having the good career is important? That is the question. Now, I'll ask you a very simple question. Whether you have attended other demos or not, I don't know. That too data, I'm not asking about the data science or data analyst. Attend any other course. Choice is yours. Any other course, whichever you are interested in the entire world, select the course. For example, you have went to the Java course. There, someone will say that I want to shift my career from this one to. Earlier, I'm a SAP developer. I want to shift to Java. Or they'll say that I'm a Oracle developer. I want to shift to Java. Or any person will say that I'm from this one. I want to shift to this one. Like this, they'll say, just observe in the Java class or in the .NET class or any class, any person, I'm a data scientist. Now I want to shift to into this. Have you observed any time? And just tell me that one. Any one student. Now at the end, once this class will be completed, next in 15 minutes or 20 minutes, the class will be completed. What are the step-by-step procedure is there? And I'll ask that questions. Please ask your questions, I'll ask. Now, some of the students in the chat box, they say that I'm a Java developer, I want to shift. I'm a Oracle developer, I want to shift. Now, go and sit in the Oracle class, observe I'm a data analyst, I want to shift. And see, and tell me. Just tell me. If you observe at least one person also, next day we'll discuss. In the entire Amirpet, in a day, at least per day in Amirpet, within the Hyderabad, within the Amirpet only, particularly, in Naresh IT only, every day we'll have the demos, at least 3 to 4 courses. Attend whichever the course you are interested. If you're not interested, also attend. If you're not interested also, just attend. Last 15 minutes they'll ask the questions now. At that time, observe any one person. I'm basically a data analyst, just I want to shift to this one, whether they'll say like that or not. Tell me tomorrow. I'll be here only na, in Naresh IT only na. No sir, maybe tomorrow's batch and day after tomorrow's batch may not be available sir. After 3 months, okay, I'll be here only na. You will also be here, I will also be here. Come, after 3 months only you come. We'll discuss one more time. So what is the reason behind that is, any person wants to shift from one career to another career, means the reason will be only one reason, called as better salary. They want the better salary. Obviously in the data science and data analyst role only, the more amount of salaries are there. When compared to Java, Oracle, SAP, DevOps, that one, this one. When compared to anything, data analyst or data scientists are having the more salary. The reason behind that is also very simple. They are going to be the part of direct business. So they are going to improve the business. When they improve the business, automatically more profits when they see, automatically the other person will start sharing the profit. They'll obviously they'll give the profit, some percent. Is the point is clear? For example, in Naresh IT, as of now, they are making the profit of 1 lakh rupees per month. Assume. You have told that, sir, if you do like this, you'll get 1,50,000 profit. Now, do you think that Naresh sir will not they will be happy and they'll not give extra money for you? Yes or no? Simple point. Any company, when you're trying to improve their profits, their business, obviously they'll give the more salary. That is the reason why data scientists or artificial intelligence or data analysts are getting the highest paid salaries in India. Now just type in the Google after the class, not now. Online students you can do in the back end because I can't see you. But offline students I can see if you open the mobile. So don't open the mobile. So point is, after the class, check in the Google, highest paid IT job in India. Just type like that. And you will get the multiple websites now. Which website you are going to get, I also don't know. But multiple websites you are going to get. Observe at least 10 websites. Don't confirm on the first website only. First website is not called as God website. It is not written by the God. It is also one of the normal website only. So don't decide based on one website. Okay. So just observe with 10 websites. Open first website, followed by second website, followed by third. After observing 10 websites, now tell me tomorrow, which one is in the top position? Highest IT paid job in the India. What is the highest? Tell me tomorrow. One website means they will bluff. Did I created any website or I'm opening Naresh IT website? In the Naresh IT website, in the front page, data scientist is a booming job. It will have the highest package, 60 lakhs per annum. Did I bluffing like that? No, na. I'm not bluffing now. I'm asking you only to check now. Everything I'm asking you only to do, right? Here I'm not going to bluff. I'm not going to show that you'll get this much of high packages, that one, this one. I'm not going to say like this. Point is very simple. Right? So this is the step-by-step procedure where we are going to apply the questions. And for each question, you are going to check the answer. Sir, how many questions we are going to frame? In a day, how many questions generally will frame? I mean, generally to check one question and to see the answer, it will take, assume 15 minutes. In a month, in a 1 hour, we are going to create 4 questions. Daily 8 hours means 32 questions. In a month, so we are going to create the multiple questions on the given data set and we are going to make the multiple observations. And from that observations, finally, we are going to make the important observations and conclusions. And using that conclusions, they are going to develop the business. Now for this data analysis, what we require? Statistics. Mandatory. So statistics is compulsory. I think Harshit has opened the Google and he has checked already. He is writing the answer. What just now I am saying, online students are going to do that one backend. Simultaneously, they'll open the another tab and they'll see. Right? So for doing the data analysis, what we require is statistics. Okay. And after doing the data analysis, the fifth step is What are the data analysis we have observed? We are going to do the data visualization. So your data analysis, some data analysis we will observe from the tables. Some data analysis you are going to observe from the plots, not tables. Some information you will receive in the table. Some information you will receive from the plots, using the plots. That is not directly possible. So you are going to have this one, and after the plots, finally what you are going to do is presentation. This is the final step. A good presentation, a storyteller. You should be a good storyteller. Means what are the observations you have made by showing the PPT or by showing something, you have to neatly explain. The other person who is going to listen to you now, the person will be more interested than you. Why? You know, the other person who is going to sit in front of you is that person only, business person only. For example, you are having the one restaurant business. Let's take an example. You are having the restaurant business and you have run the restaurant business for 1 year. And after 1 year, I'm presenting which items are more sold, which timings you are getting the more amount of things, and what is your average bill amount, and what is the maximum bill amount, and what is the minimum bill amount. On weekdays, how many number of people are coming to your restaurant? On weekends, how many people are coming? I'm going to show every detail. Now, when I'm showing the details, you'll have interest or not? Because I'm explaining about your business only now. Your restaurant business, when I'm explaining, obviously you'll have more interest, right? Is the point is clear? I'm explaining your business now. Your past business only I'm explaining. In a beautiful plots I'm explaining. So on the weekends, these are the people are coming for you. On weekdays, and these are the dishes mostly repeated. I'm trying to explain. So obviously you'll identify, okay, this is the plus points for us, and you'll also write a notes. Because while listening, your brain also will work now. While your brain is also working means, obviously you'll also get some points, additional points you'll get. That points also you'll write in the notes. Notes means in the notepad. In the computer means notepad will open and we'll enter the values, or tablet we'll write in the tab or notepad, wherever it is. We are going to write the important points. The business person also will write the important points, and he'll identify where the minuses are there, and he will try to improve the business. Is the points are clear? So this is the step-by-step procedure. If you do everything from starting to ending, one project complete from ending to end, starting to ending, it is called as end-to-end project. In between, if you take a project only for data cleaning, that is called as only normal project. It is not called as end-to-end project. For data visualization, you may do separate project. You may do only for data cleaning separate project, only for data analysis separate project. But if you include everything, then only it is called as end-to-end project, which is also called as capstone project. And these projects only should be more, not with respect to only the data cleaning project, data visualization project. Don't do like that. End-to-end projects. How many end-to-end projects you have done? That is important. And in our course, as I've told you, 4+ projects we are going to do now. That is end-to-end, not separately. End-to-end projects only 4 we are going to do. Minimum. Maximum, it depends. Is the point is clear? End-to-end projects I'm discussing. Exclusively only for statistics, one project I will do. Exclusively for data cleaning, I will take one project. Those I'm not considering here. If I have to consider even that one also miss, I will complete more than 15 projects. I'm not going to consider them. I'm considering only end-to-end capstone projects. Only those are only 4 projects we are going to learn. Right? Now, so what is the order I have told you? First, data exploration, not data exploration. First, data has to be stored in the database. First, you have to connect to the database. First, you have to load the data. So what we require for database communication? SQL. After the data was extracted, now we are having the structured data with us. Now structured data, we are going to do the data exploration or data understanding. The second one is data exploration. Now in the data exploration, where we can do all this data exploration means in multiple things we can do. That is nothing but one is starting with the Excel, and we can do with the Python, and we can do even with the Power BI, and we can do even from the Tableau, even from the SQL also. But majorly SQL is used to communicate to the database. The main purpose of SQL is not for data analysis, to store the data. What are the data was stored? To communicate with the data which was stored already. That is the main purpose of the SQL. The main purpose of SQL is not for data analysis or anything else. That is a different case. And next one, we are having the data cleaning. In the data cleaning, where we can do, in what are the we can do miss, even in the Excel, Python, Power BI, Tableau. Now data analysis, where we can do the data analysis, that is step number 4, means we can do in the Excel, Python, Power BI, and in the Tableau. And finally coming to the data visualization. Data visualization, where we can do miss, again in the Excel also we can do, in the Python also we can do, in the Power BI also we can do, in the Tableau also we can do. So same things we can do in everything. So these are the different skills. Now here, as I've told you now, projects we are going to do. Project number 1. Okay, where we are going to do the data analytics project using Python. Right? And what are the project you are going to use? For this, what are the skills you are going to use? Means statistics, SQL, and in the Python pandas, and you are going to use within the Python matplotlib and Seaborn. Like this, you are going to combine. So multiple skills we are going to include in that. In the resume, you should not write only the project. In the resume, how we have to mention means, really if you have done the project and you have to showcase your project means, clearly you have to write the project title and what domain, means where it is applicable. It is related to finance, related to sales, HR, what. Sir, which are more important? Mandatory, no doubt. One project should be compulsory, you have to write. No doubt in this. One is sales. Compulsory. Blindly we have to. Out of 3 projects which we are going to mention in the resume, 100% one project should be from the sales. One project should be from the HR. Mandate. Remaining is optional. Your choice. 2 projects out of which one should be sales, one should be HR. Because multiple real-time projects are based on the sales and HR only, where we are having the major application. And second is related to finance sector or healthcare, automobile, e-commerce. Remaining things your choice. But which is mandatory means these 2 are mandatory. One project from sales, one project from HR should be there in your resume. Compulsory. Other projects your choice. If you are having the knowledge on the biotechnology, you are from bioscience or from chemistry or something. Any person non-IT, they want to shift to IT. What is the best choice? Miss data analyst role only is the best choice. That is the only best choice. Because in everything they required others, they require the technical knowledge of computer science. But this one doesn't require the technical knowledge of computer science. It requires the logical thinking. How you are going to think. That is more important here. A data analyst should have a good logical thinking. Analysis power should be more. Okay. What are the observations you are making? Your analytical skills are important more, not your computer science background. Is the points are clear? They have to mention in the resume project title. What are the title is there? Domain, like for example, sales domain. Okay. Next, they have to give the description, means what you have done in this exactly in the 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, 2 to 3 sentences, they have to give the description of the project. And for this, what are the skills you have used? And finally, what are the tools you have used for completing this project? And after completing this project, where is this project? What is the link for that? GitHub. You have to share the GitHub link. GitHub or Google Drive. What is meant by GitHub? GitHub means it is called as a repository. Repository. GitHub is also some kind of Google Drive. For your simple understanding, it is a Google Drive. Just we are sharing one Google Drive. Inside that, we'll keep our project. So once they click on that, they can view our project. What are the things we have done? Others has to view the project. Because some people will say that, have you completed any project? Means, yes, I have completed. What project? They'll say that I have taken this data set and I have done like this, just which is completed in 1 or 2 hours. That one also they'll say as a project only. The people who has worked for 2 weeks also they'll say the project. The people who has worked for 1 or 2 hours also they'll say the project. Then there is no difference between them. Difference is there, right? Who are doing the more efforts, who are keeping with respect to more things, and who are having the more knowledge, they have to showcase that one. If you are having the knowledge with you, you have to showcase. Otherwise, how others will understand? For example, I'm having the almost close to 14 years of experience. If I don't tell to you, how you will understand? You'll think that I'm also a fresher only now. Some students, when I have entered into the class and when I'm sitting in the teacher chair, hey, he's Sarah, they'll give the expression like this. Because of looking, I'll be looking as more youngster and they'll think that I'm also one of the student only. That is common for me in every batch. Internally, I'll feel happy. Externally, I'll be different. Okay. But the thing is, now I'm having the 14 years of experience. Now, who knows that? Unless I project. I'm from BITS Pilani. My master's I have done from the BITS Pilani. And I have done my data science from IIM and along with the IIT. I am alumni of BITS, IIT and IIM. Who knows this one? Unless I project. I was a Microsoft certified data analyst, Microsoft certified data scientist with AI. Who knows? Sir, how you are going to project this one means when they give the opportunity for me to introduce yourself, you have to tell all the plus points. What are the plus points? Sorry, sir, I have forgot, sir, miss. That is going to be minus for you only. Is the points are clear? When you are getting the opportunity that introduce yourself, you have to give all the plus points. What are the plus points you are having? Every plus point you have to highlight. That is the opportunity they are giving to us. You build up about yourself. They are asking indirectly like that. We have to give now. We can't say that I have completed, my name is Sivaram Krishna. I have completed my BTech in this year with this much of percentage. Okay. Completed. Sir, I have done this one, that one. Array, focus on the data analyst. So now in your introduction, after the class, try this one. When others are asking you to introduce, okay, you are saying the sentences. Write all the sentences in a notepad. Take one in the notepad. Take one notepad in your laptop or desktop. Take one notepad and introduce yourself. Write the sentences. My name is sentence 1, second sentence, third sentence. Like that, you write the sentences. How many sentences are there? Write every sentence, including your hobbies or that one or this one. Now, out of all of them, how much are relevant to data analyst role? How much are non-relevant to data analyst role? Tell me. How many sentences are related to data analyst? How many sentences are non-related to data analyst? Will be there. As of now, nothing will be there. I also know. But assume you are having the knowledge in the Java. Okay. Anything. So by end of the course, once you do the introduction, out of 10 sentences, what you are speaking, 8 should be related to data analysis. Only 2 sentences should be about your past. What are the degree or what are the things you have completed? That should be 1 or 2. Based on that, I'm not giving the job now. I'm giving the job on data analyst skills. So for which one I'm giving the job, that one you have to highlight more. What I required with your past. You have completed in the college this much of percentage, that much of percentage. What I have to do with all these things? I'm giving the job for that one or I'm giving the job for data analyst skills, sir. For which one I'm giving the job? That one you have to highlight. These are all comes under interview preparation. Is the things are clear? Now, this is the step-by-step procedure. Okay. Now, after the step-by-step procedure, now coming to the next one. So in this course, what we are going to learn means first one is SQL, because the data should be there first. To do anything, first data is required. Without data, nothing can be done. So the data will be in the database, safe, secured. And to extract the data, after getting the data only, we can do the analysis. Now, some students has attended yesterday demo and some students are attending today demo. Yesterday, whoever has attended, they may not attend today, they may attend today. Both will be there. Assume total yesterday 120 students has attended the demo. Today 150 students has attended the demo. Out of 150, in this 120, how many students of old students are there? How many new students are there? That is my requirement. For that requirement, what I required? Old student data, new student data. If the data is there, I will tell the answer. If the data only not there, from where I have to tell the answer? You have to provide me the list of student names, na? 120 student names and 150 student names. Then I will tell that what is the common in these both of them. How many students are common? Intersection I will apply. That line of code is second. First data is required, na? I am discussing about the data. So now the data will be there. The data will be in the database. First you are going to collect the data. To do the analysis, I require the data. Now, here, assume this is my requirement, right? Just now I have told you. Yesterday and today, how many students are common? This is my requirement. Now for this requirement, I require the students data. Yesterday, what are the student names? Today's, what are the student names? Who collected from you the student name? Did I collect it? Offline students? On a paper, you have written the name and your phone number and you have entered into the classroom. Did I collected the data from you? Now I know your names. Any person name? No. Even online students? Did I collected the data from you? No, that is not my work now. Why I'll do that work? That is whose work? For example, in the class, suddenly projector will stop. Should I start repairing the projector? No, that is not my work. I will use that one, but I will not. That is not my work. My work is trainer. What is the work they have assigned for me is to explain the students very clearly the concepts and make them for the job ready. And immediately they have to get the job. Subject point. Sir, students are asking about the fee structure and they're asking about this one or that one. That is not relevant to you, sir. For that, admins are there. Separate persons are there. They'll say like this to me. If I say that, sir, projector is not working suddenly in the class, separate person will come for that repair work. If the sir, students in the last bench, the student while sitting, the table has broken, it seems, should I go and repair? Right? So for everything, different people will be there. For your job role, what are the work they have assigned for you? You have to do that one. For the data analyst role also same. We are not going to interfere the data engineer work, or we are not going to interfere as the software developer's work. We are going to do whatever our work they have assigned to me. Now, if any student asks me, sir, can we pay the course fees in the installment? What I have to tell? Please contact the Naresh IT team, because that is not relevant to me. Subject is for me, non-subject is Naresh IT. Naresh IT team. That is admin. I'm going to share you the admin details. Contact admin. Now for the admin, if you ask, sir, within the SQL, what are the topics will cover, miss? He can't answer that one. Then he will say, please contact SRK. Subject is by me. Non-subject is by them. So for every person, one work was assigned. In the company also same. Is the points are clear? So first data will be collected by the data engineers and it will be stored, and we are going to extract the data from the database. After extracting the data, and we are going to load the data. Which one you are going to use according to that? Either you can use Python, or either you can load the data into the Power BI, or either you can load the data into the Tableau. For anything, common thing is SQL and common thing is statistics. These two are common. What are the tool you use? SQL and statistics is common. And once you load the data and you are doing the work in the Python, you are going to complete the data analysis with Python. If you are doing that in the Power BI, you are doing in the Power BI, Tableau. Sir, why you have chosen only these three? Because these three are only having the, in the market, huge demand because of their powerfulness. More number of options which can be completed in the less time. In the market, multiple institutes are there. Why Naresh only is famous, miss? In Amirpet, entire Amirpet, why Naresh only is famous? What is the reason behind that, miss? They only gives the more amount of training to the students with respect to more amount of content. When compared to any other person, they will give the more amount of content with respect to they will train with the real-time case studies. Simple point. In the market, multiple tools are there. Why I'm choosing this one, miss? Because more number of things we can be done in these three. Is the points are clear, guys? So like this, we are going to complete the course by using the SQL, statistics, and either you can do the project in the Power BI, Python, Tableau, and Excel. I told you now 4 projects we are going to do. One project, end-to-end project using the Python, end-to-end project using the Power BI, end-to-end project using the Tableau, end-to-end project using the Excel. Like this, we are going to cover the 4 projects. And you can combine them also. Sir, can I do the data cleaning in Python? Can I do the data visualization in Power BI? Choice is yours. Whichever you feel easy, that one is the best. That is the best. Sir, I feel the data cleaning in the Python is easy, sir. Go. Choose who is stopping you. Choose whichever you are interested. No restriction that you have to do everything in this only. Whichever you feel easy, that is the best. Because at the end, other person wants the answer. Say, for example, you are good at Java. Okay, you are my junior. You are good at Java. I am good at Python. I am your senior. Okay, we both are doing the data analysis or data cleaning part. Assume. And you have done in the Java. And you came to me and you are asking the question. Since you are good at Java, you have done in the Java and you are asking some questions from that. But basically, I don't know Java. But I'm your senior, I'm getting the more salary. I'm good at Python, basically. Now what I have to do? Should I say in front of you that I don't know Java? Then what is your inner feeling? This person don't know anything, than him I only know more, but he is saying more salary. Actually, I have to get more salary. When compared to me, he is not even having this knowledge also. You will think like this. Then now, instead of saying that I don't know Java, what I have to tell now? Who asked you to do in the Java? Do it in the Python. You have to complete the task in the Python only. We have to say like this. Arey, my manager is saying to do in Python only. Chick. Why he'll say like that, basically? Because if you ask any questions, I should be able to solve your doubts. For example, if you're not asking any doubts, if you bring in the Java also, who will ask you? They'll say simply good. Okay, it's okay, fine. They'll say like this. If you ask a doubt, who asked you to do? They'll say like this, suddenly. That is the problem. Is the points are clear? So generally in the company, when they want to hire the person who is having the, for example, even I think in your colleges also, you have went to your professors, to one of the professor who is having one specialization. If you go and to show another project, he will accept. No, because he also not having the knowledge now to guide you. How he can guide you? If you select any extraordinary project also, other specialization, how he can guide you? Sir, I don't want any guidance, miss. Then why to go to the professor? You only can do now. You are going with the professor, and but what of the professor is which of the professor is having the good knowledge? You are not choosing that area, miss. Then what professor has to do? That is a problem. Same way in the industry also. So that is the reason in the companies, the seniors, what are the knowledge they are having or whichever areas they are very strong, they will hire the in the same areas their juniors. So that those juniors, if they are having any questions, they can solve. Question means not every 5 minutes once. In a day, they'll ask the question now. 1 or 2 questions they'll ask now in a day. That at least those questions I'm discussing. Not every 5 minutes, one question. Every 5 minutes, if you disturb once by asking the question, means they'll ask next day morning only, get out. Is the points are clear, everyone? That is which we are going to discuss in this class. Now, next one coming to the, in the tomorrow's class, we are going to see the placements. Okay, after learning the course. Okay, once we complete the course, assume today we have completed. Tomorrow we have to apply for the jobs. How we have to apply? What is the step-by-step procedure? After completing the course, what will happen exactly? In the Naresh IT, how the placement distance will work. These are the things which we are going to cover in the tomorrow's class exclusively. Once we understand the data analyst role and what are the things we are going to do in the class, once we understand, once we complete this one, what is the next step? Jobs only now. That one also I will give a complete clarity like this only. Step by step I will tell you. Clearly I will tell you. After completing the course, the moment you complete the course, from there what will happen exactly step by step. And then you can decide whether to join or not. That is your individual choice. Regarding the placement, exclusively I'm going to take the demo only for tomorrow complete day for only for placement. Jobs, related to jobs. Right? If you are having any questions, you can ask. What are the questions you are having as of now? That is the end of the session for today. And if you are having any questions, you can ask. And the timings is 7:30 to 9. Okay. Maybe during the demo times, 10 minutes lately it will start. Because of other students has to join. Huh? Some people will get the late information. Some people will come to Amirpet, but they don't know the campus exactly address. So they have to reach. So initially, first 3 to 4 classes, the class will start 10 minutes late. But once the demos are completed, the timings are exactly from 7:30 to 9. And the course duration will be 4 months. Is the point is clear? And I'm going to share you the syllabus also. You can go through the syllabus. One thing I can clearly say, regular class timings are 7:30 to 9. During the demo only, first initially 10-15 minutes, lately it will start. Okay? But once the class was completed, so you are going to have, I'm going to share you the syllabus. This is the syllabus copy and you are going to receive in your mail ID also, or you have given the phone number now in the WhatsApp or anything, you are going to receive. Okay. And so this is the syllabus copy and you are going to receive. And one thing is very clear is in this syllabus copy, whatever the concepts or whatever the things was mentioned, okay, whatever the things are mentioned, everything will be covered by me only. And every letter will be covered. If in this entire things, if at least one letter is missing also, I will refund your entire fees. Now you ask the same question to outside also, in other institutes also, in other trainers also. Sir, you have mentioned these many things in the syllabus copy, na? Are you going to cover everything? For example, I'm going to write like this. Later I will say, hey, this is not that much of important. Array, if it is not important, why to write in the syllabus copy? Delete. You only told, no, not important. Delete. Why you are writing, why you are showing to us, and why you are saying that is not important? Delete na. If it is not important, delete na. Who asked you to write in the syllabus copy? That is my way. I'll ask directly like this. If any trainer misses, if I am the student and any person misses and they say that it is not important, next day morning I'll ask to delete that one and reprint one more time. Unless that, I will not stop. This syllabus copy was created by me only. Every letter was created by me only. So I know what I have written. So which is important, that one only I have written. Which is not important, already I only deleted. So every letter in the syllabus copy will be covered by me. If at least one letter is missing also, color your entire course fees. Okay, this one is recording now. Sir, you will say like that only. This call is recording now. Keep the recording also. If you don't save also, I will give. After end of the course, I will only share the recording and I'll ask whatever I have committed in the demo and whatever I have done in the entire course, whether both are same or not. I'll ask you. Okay, I will share this recording also at the end, not now. At the end also I'll share. Now also I'll share, at the end also I'll share. Please listen to the recording, I'll say one more time. In this syllabus copy, whatever is there, I'll cover. In the syllabus copy, if it is not there, miss, it is not covered. Extra things are extra only. That we'll discuss later. Sir, is there any possibility of that one, this one? That we'll discuss later. But minimum, this is which I am going to cover. Guarantee. Is the points are clear? Everything from my end. And the course, as I've told you, the course fees is 15K without recordings. Without recordings, you will not get any kind of recordings other than demo. Demo recordings are free. First initial 4 or 5 classes will be free for every person. That is common. From there, without recordings. So 21,000 with recordings means every class recording also if you want. Sir, should I choose with recording or without recording? Means if you are a regular student, go with the without recordings. If you are irregular student, sir, some days I will come, some days I will not come, miss, take the recording because I will not repeat. Sir, if I have missed 2 or 3 classes, what I have to do? Go through the recording only. Because I am not going to repeat. Sir, why sir, you can repeat now? If I start repeating for one person, others will be there na? Every day at least one student will be absent, right? For that student, if I start repeating, miss, every day I have to repeat na? Then the course will be first day's class only, last day also will be the same. Because every day one student will be missing. I have to repeat, right? You are saying from your point of view, I am saying from overall students' point of view. I can't repeat. Okay, you only have to go through the recordings and you can ask the doubts. No restriction on the doubts. If you ask me the topic completely to repeat, miss, it is difficult because 1.5 hour topic I can't repeat. Is the point is clear now? So if you are a regular student, don't go with the recordings. No, sir, sometimes I'll take maybe in between 2 days, 3 days gap. Again, I'll come. Again, this one problem. Sir, in between exams are there. That one is there. Your stories, you only know. If you feel that in between you are going to miss, take the recordings. Suggestion is that. Otherwise, don't go for the recordings. Regular students, don't go. Okay? Along with the duration is 4 months. Sir, after listening to your demos, I'm having the okay, sir, confidence, but 90% I'm sure, sir, but 10% I'm not sure whether to join or not. Don't join. Don't join. Everyone is say that not a problem, join, and later we'll say. Here in reverse, I'll say, don't join. Unless you get the 100% clarity, 100% confidence that this is the right course for me. I'm going to become a future data analyst and 100% I'm feeling that I want to be this one, means only join. Sir, 99% I'm sure, sir, but 1% doubt. Don't join. Even 1% also don't join. Get the 100% clarity. Whenever you get, not today or tomorrow or day after tomorrow, whenever you get, even after 1 month you get also, at that time only you can join. This is your career. Career is important, 1 or 2 days is important. Which one is more important? Taking a right decision for your career is more important. Choose correctly. Take time. Not a problem. If you miss also, maybe this batch you will miss. Your career is important or missing one batch and waiting for another 1 month is best? Which one? For your career, just waiting of extra 1 month is problem to choose a right one. So I'm not having the clarity, sir. I want to still confuse in the state. Go. Finally, you'll decide now. You'll come back now. I know now. Answer also. Instead of saying directly, don't, not a problem, 100% I'll take care of. Instead of saying all these things, go. Do research. Do analysis. Finally, you'll come back to this one only. I know that answer now. Anyways. Instead of saying directly, I will say indirectly. First, you go outside. Do the analysis. Then automatically you will understand. And which are the things you are familiar with, which are feelings you are having, that you do. Finally. Clear, guys? Please ask what are the questions you are having. And if no questions, you can leave. Both offline and online students, no questions, you can leave. Having the questions, stay back. Don't leave. Whoever the students are having the questions, please ask what are the questions you are having. And coming to the admin details, I'm going to share you the admin number. 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Arif, are you available? Yes, classes are only from Monday to Friday. Classes 7:30 sharp to 9. Sir, whether the 9 p.m. will be extended? No. For you, how the transport problem is there, for me also home problem is there. So class will be up to 9 only. So 8 till 8:45 or 8:50 will conduct the class. Last 10-15 minutes we'll have the doubts. Right? Including the doubts, we'll try to complete the by 9 o'clock. This is class timings. And this is from Monday to Friday. Saturdays exams will be there, or Saturday extra classes will be there if I miss any one of the class. So in a week 5 classes we have to take. Monday to Friday, if I'm taking 5 classes continuously, then no need to take the Saturday. If I miss any one of the class, what happens? Automatically your course will be extended. Because we are having the schedule now. In the schedule, we have to complete 4 months. In between, if I take the leave, but 4 months only the course will be completed. How it is possible? Then I have to skip other topics, or I have to go with the fast. So both the things I'm not going to do. Simply, whenever I miss any class, Monday to Friday, if any class was missed, I'll take the extra class on Saturday. So that in a week, 5 classes will be completed. And everything will be completed on time in the 4 months duration. Is the point is clear? So that it should not be extended. It should not be problem for other students. And coming to the practical part. So this course, mostly 90% is practical, only 10% will be theoretical. Whatever I discussed with you, everything I have to show, including the statistics also, we have to do practical only. Okay, 90% is practical, 10% only theory was there in this course. In the data science, at least we'll have more theory part also, but in the data analyst role, theory is completely very less, negligible. Okay, and here you are having with the doubts. For your doubts clearance, both online and offline students. Okay, doubts. For offline students, if you are having any doubts for offline students, we are having the lab. And in the lab, mentors are available. Mentor who will support you if you are having any doubts. So they'll guide you. Mentors are available. Even for online students also same. We are going to share you the link, one link. And in the link, you can connect with the mentor and you can ask what are the doubts you are having. Online students, we are going to share you the link once you join the course. And the lab timings will be from morning 9 to 6 p.m. 9 to 6 for both offline and online students. For both offline and online students. Laptop is required means 100% required. Your own laptop. Naresh ID is not going to provide any kind of system. You only have to bring the laptop, your own laptop. Clear? Done. Still, any questions? Any questions? Others, if you're not having any questions, you can leave. Leave. Not a problem. Leave. Having the questions means stay back. Ask all your questions. Sai Kiran, the mentors will be in the chat box or live means live. You can interact with them. Directly you can interact with them. Next. Sir, what would be the salary package if a person is having 4 to 5 years of experience? Naveen, it depends on your previous, whatever the work you have done. If your work is relevant to data analyst role means they'll consider your salary. If your work is non-relevant, it is not relevant to your data analyst means they'll not even consider your experience also. Right? That exactly we'll discuss in the tomorrow's class. Related to placement, we'll discuss in the tomorrow's class. Next, Yashwant. Sir, refer? Can you refer in your company after training, either as a full-time job or as an internship? Yes, if you are having a good knowledge and you are having with respect to good access and everything, miss 100% we can have. Not only in my company, in outside also you can. Siddharth, I am confusing to choose testing side or data analytics side. Listen through the demos, attend them, and first get the clarity. What exactly a tester will do, what exactly a data analyst will do, and which is having the growth. You are seeing the initial job. I am seeing the growth. So I may join as a web developer also. Initially, I may get the good salary also. But after 10 years, 10, for example, Siddharth, I will ask you a very simple question. Okay. Now you are going to select the tester side. Okay. Testing side only. Let us take an example. You are going in the testing side only. In the testing side, after 5 years, not now. I'm asking 5 years. After 5 years, as a tester, what is the average salary you are going to get? At least can you type that one in the Google if you don't know? 5 years experience in testing. What is the average salary? 5 years in data analytics. What is the average salary? Could you type that one? And could you tell me? Because initially you may join in the any of the things and you may choose the domain and you will start the career. After 3 years or 4 years, you will get a, for example, initially if you are not having the job, what is your initial idea is, I have to get the job. After getting the job per month, 50,000. Now, what is your idea, miss? We have to get the job for 70,000 or 80,000. After getting 80,000 salary, now you will focus on the 1 lakh salary. After that, 2 lakh salary. Like that. That is never ending, na? That is human, right? Every human will be like this only, right? That is human tendency. Is that clear? Having experience in SAP functional role or past HR experience, that will be experience made count 100%. 100%. 100% your experience will be considered. Ankit. Siddharth. Got it, sir. Done. Right? Still, any questions? Thank you, guys. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class. Yes.